feel like this is the year everything comes together. Not in a dramatic new me kind of way, but like in more of a steady, settled way. It feels like the year when everything finally starts to line up. My mindset, my work, my health, my relationships, my creativity, all moving together instead of just one part of me dragging the rest along behind it. That's the feeling sitting underneath everything I'm doing right now, and it's the real reason I'm actually starting these vlogs. So this is the very first episode of my new Day in the Life series, and I'll be sharing 2 of these every week. I'm still trying to figure out the schedule, so we'll see how that unfolds. They're not going to be polished or like lifestyle influencer videos, obviously. They're simply my real days, captured as honestly as I can manage, with a voiceover from me, really reflecting on where I'm at the moment, what I'm thinking as I move through this stage of my life. So today is more about why I'm doing this than what I'm actually doing, but you'll still see snippets of my normal rhythm, moving my body, writing, being outside, and just living life here in Spain. I turned 51 recently. If you told me a year ago that I'd be sitting here in Spain without my business, quietly talking into a microphone about slowing down, I probably wouldn't have believed you. For more than a decade, since 2012, my marketing business was my whole world. I built it, I grew it, I obsessed over it, I defended it, and I clung to it with everything I had. It gave me meaning, identity, yes, status, and also a lot of exhaustion. I burned out badly twice, not like the I need a weekend off kind of burnout, but real my body stopped working burnout, the kind that really forces you to stop and look at your life and realize something fundamentally is unsustainable about what you're doing. For about 6 years, I did live in a constant state of low-grade panic. I was always behind, never enough, too late, too old, too small, not visible enough, not successful enough. Even when things were going well, I couldn't enjoy them because my mind was already leaping ahead of what I hadn't done. I literally was working like 7 days a week, long hours, late nights, always just one more thing had to be done. And the worst part wasn't even the workload. If I'm being completely honest, it was the mindset that was going on underneath it. Because the truth is, I was absolutely brutal with myself. Perfectionistic, ego-driven, haunted by comparisonitis, desperate to be popular, and terrified of not being good enough. Over the past 6 years, I've done so much personal work, reading, researching, and reflecting on boundaries, grief, trauma, people-pleasing, unlearning so much and rebuilding my sense of self. Some of it was messy, a lot of it was painful, a lot of it was really slow and felt completely invisible to me, but honestly I can say I just don't feel like I'm the same person anymore. I don't feel the need to prove myself, I don't people please the way I used to, my boundaries are so much clearer, my standards are higher, I don't chase validation, I don't need to be liked. It's not that I'm perfect now, obviously, far from it, but my internal world feels calmer, steadier, and far less cluttered. In so many ways I feel like a different person to the one who ran that business, even though it's only been a few months since I closed it down. But honestly, it's like I've shed layers that I didn't even know I was carrying. Then came these obviously big external changes. We've moved from the UK to Spain, which was both thrilling and very destabilizing. New languages, new routines, a whole new home, a whole new country. And obviously then I closed my marketing business. I mean, this is new identity stuff, whole new chapter. At first, when I closed my business, the quiet that came was really, really uncomfortable. No hustle, no urgency, no inbox screaming at me, no social media demands. I had to learn how to just exist again, to rest, to slow down, to hear my own thoughts without work noise drowning them out. Out of that space, 3 things started to grow really naturally. First one is writing my book. I've always wanted to be an author, and I am in the process of writing my first book. I've been creating some beautiful audio courses on Insight Timer, which I love doing, and I've been feeling a constant pull back towards YouTube, but I didn't really know how that was going to look. I knew I didn't want to teach, I didn't want to coach, I didn't want to perform, I didn't want to build another brand machine, but I did want to document this stage of my life quietly, honestly, but also without pressure. And this is where today's theme for this vlog comes in. The year everything comes together. Not in a flashy way, but in a balanced one. For years, I have been so all or nothing. Maybe you can relate. Obsessed with work, then obsessed with my health, then obsessed with healing, then obsessed with self-development, then obsessed with being in menopause. Rarely all at once, but now I feel ready to move everything forward together. My mindset, my health, my relationships, my creativity, my work, my life. No part of me is going to get abandoned anymore while other parts get over prioritized. These 2 weekly day in the life vlogs are actually my way of staying really intentional about that. They're a gentle accountability to myself to slow down, to notice my days and actually live them instead of rushing through them. They're also a way of appreciating this chapter while while I'm inside it and not just looking back on it later. You'll see that most of my days probably have quite a similar rhythm. I do some exercise, whether that's walking, stretching, or just gentle weight training. I haven't been doing exercise for ages, so I'm easing myself back in. I'm trying to build a solid creative block of 3 or 4 hours every single day where I'm either writing, creating videos, or audio courses. And there's always going to be time outside, walking by the sea, walking up to the lighthouse, finding a new lunch spot, or just wandering around my new neighborhood. I'm also going to be taking you along as I explore my new home country and on some very special adventures I have planned. And obviously there is going to be quiet, ordinary life in between. Nothing dramatic, no perfectly curated routines, just real life unfolding at a slower pace than I'm used to. And I know this first vlog may be shaky, so please forgive me. I'm using a new camera, new editing software. It has been so many years since I've filmed anything like this. So things might be out of focus, the pacing might feel off, the cuts might feel clunky. But for me, that's okay. I'm not trying to start as an expert. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm starting as someone learning in public in real time. But I promise I will get better. And I also want to keep some rawness to it because I feel like that's the whole point. So if anything I've said resonates with you, the burnout, the transition, the menopause, the desire for a slower life, or that feeling that everything is slowly coming together, I'd love for you to follow along. And I genuinely want your input as well. If you've been vlogging or active on YouTube for a while, what do you wish you'd known when you started? If you're watching this, I would love to know what you would like to see more of in this type of content. Please leave your thoughts, your questions, suggestions, or anything at all in the comments because I want to read and reply to every single one of them. Part of the reason for me doing this is also for connection. So for now, I'm going to keep moving through my day, writing, walking, and letting this new rhythm settle into my bones. Thank you so much for being here at the very beginning of this new chapter with me. I'll see you again very soon for my next day in the life vlog. Until then, I hope you find a little quiet in your day. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you soon.